Alrighty guys, welcome back to another video, and the reason I'm so excited is because my dad went out hunting this morning. It's a Monday, and he ended up shooting a deer, like a 4-point buck, and I'm about to go out with him. It's 8:40 in the morning. Mom, if you don't know about this, I'm sorry, but I want to go gut this deer with him and help him bring it out. And I just wanted to see like the deer in person. My dad FaceTimed me, and this deer looks pretty big for a 4-point buck. And there is going to be some graphic content in this video. So if you don't like this, you can click away now if you want to. But I would recommend staying to the end if you like seeing this kind of stuff. And yeah, guys, my dad's going to be home in about 15 minutes or so. And I will see you guys either when we are going to gut it and out there, or when he gets home. So we're currently in the car with my dad, and I'm gonna do like a little compilation and montage of us going out to get the deer and gut it. We're here already because I didn't film it the whole thing in the car, but I'm gonna do a little montage and compilation in 3, 2, 1. We're driving down to where my dad shot the deer, and we got permission to drive on here, so don't be like, this is somebody else's property, you're not allowed to drive on here. We're allowed to. There's a little path here. Well, not really, but we're making one. And I'm just going to get some cool footage because there's a river here. We're not going to cross it with this car because we can't, and it's supposed to rain around noon, so we have to do this pretty quickly. And we're gonna gut it, and I don't think I'm gonna put the gutting in the video because that's pretty graphic, and I don't think YouTube will allow that. So we're just gonna do some cool things with the deer and show. I don't know what we're gonna show, but we're just gonna do something with it. Yeah. One thing that I forgot to mention is that my dad attached this GoPro, a hunting GoPro, to the bow, and we're pretty sure we got it on camera, him shooting it, but we're not sure yet, and we haven't looked over it. But if you see here, there's a creek that we have to cross, and it's not that bad, but we have to carry the deer through here, so it's gonna be pretty tough. But we did bring a cart, which will hopefully make it easier. And I will show you my dad's stand and where he shot the deer from. And there's also a stand near it, which I hunt out of sometimes, because we have to hunt together because I'm not legal to hunt on my own. But it's really cool, guys, and we are just about to make our way over to the deer, which is not that far away from here. So let's start making our way to the deer. So the tough part is that we have to cross this lake with the deer, which will little stream thing, and it's sort of deep. Hopefully I don't get soaked. Hopefully I don't drop my phone either. I need to go in the shallow part. Okay. So we actually just went and saw the deer, and my dad's gonna narrate how he shot it and what it did. So we're just headed to the stand right now. It's not too far away from where the deer fell down. And remember, if you don't like seeing dead animals or something, you guys don't have to watch this. I'm just doing this because I love hunting, and this is cool to actually capture. So my dad's gonna narrate this. This is the tree stand that my dad sat in when he shot the deer. The stream that he's really close to is right here, the one that we crossed. And I want to ask my dad how the deer came in and everything, and how he shot it.
This is the tree stand that I was in this morning. I got in here about an hour before daylight. got all situated, comfortable. As I was coming in, up in the field to the right, I told Lucas that I saw a deer out there as I was coming in. It blew at me and ran away a little bit. I came right in this path here and snuck up into this tree.
Can't really see the path from here.
So then about 45 minutes later, I had a doe, female deer, come in along the edge of the bushes here. I could hear her, but it was too dark to see her. And then she went up in the trees a little bit and came down and snuck away straight away and went in front of the other tree stand where Lucas would have been if this was a Saturday or Sunday. But she just left. Then about 45 minutes later, I heard another deer come in behind me, and it ended up being the little buck. And he came in behind me and he meandered down to the river here. I could see him back there, about 30 yards. Couldn't get a shot, too many trees. Then he meandered up here behind this tree right in front of me. So I couldn't see him. And he hung out there for like 5 minutes. And I couldn't see him. I was ready to shoot him and he wouldn't come out. Then he went up into the field and I could see him leaving. So he was leaving through the field. So I got out my buck call, a grunter, and I grunted a couple times. And he turned around and came running back. And then he came back down into the woods again, behind this tree again, back over to the river. But this time he started coming up right behind me here. And I was trying to pick a spot where I could get a shot through these trees. I didn't clear out a lot of these trees. And he came out right here about 10 yards. I found a clearing where I had a good clean shot, and I let it go. And I hit him right through the front shoulder and right through the lungs.
And it was on an angle, right? So it was harder to shoot down.
Right, he was quartering towards me, so he's facing me a little bit, and I'm angling down. So I had to aim a little bit further forward than I normally would in order to make sure that I hit both lungs with the shot. Ended up being a good clean shot. He turned around, I watched him run, he ran up the hill up to the field, then I lost sight of him, couldn't hear him. I gave him about 30 minutes, and then I climbed down and went and checked my arrow that was down in the ground over there, went right through him, and the knock was lighted up, the end part, so I could tell where it was. And then it had good blood all over the arrow, so I knew it was a good hit then. So then I followed the blood trail. I could follow the blood up to the edge of the field, and as soon as I got to the edge of the field, he was out there 5 yards. So he was laying right there. He didn't go far at all. So Lucas and I are going to go out now. We're going to find the deer and get some more footage of him.
One more thing, actually. Say I was the deer. Where would I stand?
You're right there.
So the deer was right here. There's a ton of branches in the way, so it was a hard shot for him.
Yep.
So
I shot a little bit to this side. Yep, right there.
So, it's a pretty hard shot considering it was still in the morning and that he was shooting down on an angle, so he had to hit, the perfect spot, right below the shoulder.
Yep.
So it could go through the engine room. And he thought he hit a stick at first, but
I thought I hit that stick right there.
right here that's going across.
Yep.
He thought he hit that and didn't hit the deer, but then he went out half an hour later.
Yep.
And then he saw the deer laying at the edge of the field, which we are about to go see, right?
Yes, sir.
we're actually gonna go through the path it left. There's some deer hair right there, so
This is where it was standing when we shot it.
So that's how my dad knows that he actually hit it after he went down. This is like some evidence. We're looking for a little bit of blood. And is there any blood on that leaf?
Yeah.
There's the tiniest bit of blood right there.
That's what you need to look for when you're trying to find if you hit a deer.
You have to look for the smallest things.
Specks of blood. That way, if it's dark blood or frothy blood, you can tell it was a good lung hit. So that's a good dark blood.
And it went out this way. Usually when you shoot it, it kicks its back legs. We're just looking for some more blood right now.
So he ran up this way pretty quickly.
So my dad saw him run up this mini hill right here, right up here, and through this probably mini path right here. Probably went through here. Could look for some blood. Is this? Nope, that's not. That's just a hole.
Right here.
Oh yeah, there's some fresh blood right there. So he did come through here, and then he made his way
And look,
through
the
here.
further, come back a bit.
Yeah.
The closer you get out, the more he's bleeding.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
So the more blood,
Which is a good sign.
He's probably gonna die soon. And then we make our way out here, and here he is. So he dropped down right here. There's a ton of flies on him, but we haven't gutted him yet. And this is where the arrow went through. His mouth is pretty bloody, but that's fine. And there's a ton of ants on him too.
We'll clean him up here, get him out, get the guts out of him here.
So there is where it went in, and then since like it has to go down on an angle like that, then it probably ended up coming
out the other side.
Yeah.
It did, because we found the arrow.
Whoo!
Yeah, so it took a little bit of guts. He was angling towards me, so we had to.
Doesn't currently smell yet, but once we get inside, probably will start to smell. So I'm not gonna post us gutting it on YouTube because I'll probably get like this video removed. So I'm gonna see you guys after we gut this deer, and like we'll get some pictures with it. And I'm gonna probably show you the footage that we got with the GoPro. And my dad's got his knife ready to gut. And where's the GoPro? Is it in here? Or is it on the bow still? So this is the GoPro that my dad shot it on. After we're done gutting this, I'll just talk about us dragging it out and everything. I'll show some footage of that. And I will see you guys after that.
Can't wait till you're bigger. You can actually do this instead of me. I'm too old for this.
This morning, he came out and shot this little 4-pointer. So we're about to actually be at this river because it's just over here. It's pretty tiring, but luckily we brought the car. So we got to the river. There's our car right there. And I'm just walking down right now to go to there. And it's decently deep. It's like a foot deep, and it's enough to rinse him out. I'm probably just gonna put him in there, rinse out his insides, and just go on from there.